You know, before class, I goof around. Welcome back, everybody. Omri here, and today's sequence is definitely a powerhouse. I just felt like I had a lot of energy. What I do is I first ground myself, or I do a little dance like you saw at the beginning, but I do something that releases a little bit just to kind of let a little bit of steam off. So when I come back to center to start my practice, I have just a little bit of that released. I still have a lot of power and energy. It's also one of the reasons you'll see a lot of push-ups in my class, is because it's extremely effective at channeling some of that energy. The chest holds a lot of tension and it just feels so good to deplete that energy sometimes, to get all of that out before you continue on with your practice. So through the sequence, you'll see sprinkled some push-ups. And today what I did was a little bit different. Was I got into a hands and knees position with the knees off the floor, and I tried to jump off the floor. I was listening in the background to Jump Around. I don't know if that inspired me, and the song just before that was Van Halen's Jump. That was intentional. I kind of got this. I woke up and I said, okay, if I do just a playlist on the word jump, how would I do that? So I just started putting more songs that came up when I typed jump in Spotify. Anyway, enjoy the sequence. If you like this video, please hit subscribe. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you again tomorrow morning.
Welcome back, everybody. Starting in the middle of the mat, reaching the arms up towards the sky, folding forward and finding our way into down dog, going straight into some cat-cow action, moving everything around. Now notice these push-ups here. I keep the toes long on the floor. I want to feel the thighs contracted before I continue back into my down dog. Starting to open the right side of the body into a fallen triangle, just felt like that, and then into a rock star, followed by a step forward and a back bend. I'm spending a lot of time these days with the back bends. It feels excellent to start moving deeper into them again. So you'll see here when I do the left side, same deal. I get less range of motion here on the left side, which is where I'm tighter. I can see it. That's something I'm working towards. Strengthening the hips. Everything in the movement here is about strengthening the hips, especially those openings from a twisted arm open back to a warrior two. Finding an evenness in the hip on both sides, exploring that movement. The next movement that I'm trying today is keeping the hands interlaced behind the back, getting into a seated position and releasing one leg forward, balancing on the other foot. It's proved to be pretty difficult, very challenging. And I'm trying it on both sides, and you'll be able to see from all the angles here that both sides are challenging. What I found very hard is that the arms behind the back pull you in a different direction completely from what I'm used to, and that makes it infinitely more difficult to balance. We just went through a crow where I lifted from a very low crow into a higher crow. That took a lot of work. That felt really great. Moving on here to this posture, I'm trying to keep the front leg straight. It's a very challenging posture for me. In the next move, I'm trying to jump my whole body up off the floor using my arms and my legs before I try the other side. Lifting up as high as I can on my toes, grabbing the back foot. Once that front leg starts getting really straight, there is zero balance. It's such a fun place to be, where there's something that you continuously fall out of and it's more difficult to solve. That's when you really do some great work trying to figure out what's missing. What am I missing to make this what I need it to be? This movement from chair pose into lifting back up into a back bend, also a lot of fun these days with the heavy lifting, and I took it a step forward here, releasing on my toes into an awkward pose from a different series. Straight into a crow, making sure that my legs aren't working that hard. Lifting into a headstand with the arms straight. I wanted today to change it up a little bit to see if I can bounce a little bit more. And even for 1 second there, if you'll slow it down, you'll see that I'm trying to get one hand off the floor completely. That was a lot of fun. and was definitely challenging. Here at the end, I'm giving my hips a little bit of love before I close it up. Once I get what I need, I find my seated position and I close it up. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you tomorrow.